I've managed without them to feel like, oh, people don't like this. Like we had a menu item that I just couldn't stand. And so I was like, man, let's take that off. And I won't tell you what it is.
Get one of those. So I enjoyed it. But going back to kind of what we were talking about pre-show and comparing that to some stuff you said during the show, you said you're kind of just a serial entrepreneur guy. You love growing people, seeing that.
Now you're working on a third location.
It's a weird community. Restaurants don't necessarily do well there, so it's a weird dynamic, and you really have to crush it at lunch. And then if you can pull a good dinner crowd, then you're going to do well. And so we've just been waiting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a story.
Wow.
Well, I mean, it is, but if that's your first date, where do you go for your second?
Right, that's true, too. Like, there's a big downfall there.
It's like, that was great.
Welcome back to Single Tree Nation, guys. I'm your man, Charlie Eblin, and as always, we have our illustrious co-host, Mr. Derry Wells, who's being a smart butt today.
What's up, everybody? I'm glad you're letting me remain in the room. So let's
Hilarious.
Count to 16 and divide by 2, right?
just look for 16.
Good
baby.
Lord. Guys, our show is brought to you by Toast, our primary technology partner here on the show and in our restaurants. We have an amazing guest today. I'm super excited to have him. Ben from HoneyFire BBQ. Welcome, my friend.
Thank you for having me. Love it.
We are excited to talk all things HoneyFire, barbecue, life in general, and anything else you really want to talk about in the next 59 minutes.
Let's do it.
Look, our show, like I said, we're pretty laid back. We want to kind of tell the story, right? So I'll give you a few minutes here to just kind of tell everybody who you are, what you do, how we got to where we now own 2 HoneyFires, coming up on a third in the near future, and beyond.
Love it. Yeah. It's cool that you're sponsored by Toast. We use Toast. We're bought in. We actually use them for almost everything: payroll, marketing, back end office, and obviously POS.
We had a call this morning about the outage we just had. So
that was exciting, wasn't it?
That was
I'm glad you brought that up. Did that affect y'all's ability to do card sales and that kind of stuff?
Mostly online.
Okay.
Yeah, the cool thing about Toast is they have a offline mode. So when you lose service through Wi-Fi, you can flip over to the offline mode, and you can still accept credit card payments. The problem with the outage yesterday was it affected a lot more than just that.
Sure.
So, it affected, and no fault of Toast by any means. The amazing part about Toast was that outage happened. I'm on the customer advisory board, and we immediately got an invite for this morning to discuss what happened, what steps they were taking, and what steps that we thought as customers that they could do to prevent that in the future.
But it wasn't a Toast thing, was it?
No,
it was like an internet thing, right?
It was more
server.
Yeah, it was the Amazon, the AWS server, the Amazon something server went down, which a lot of the third-party apps like DoorDash, Uber Eats, Postmates, all those things, Grubhub, they use. So it wouldn't speak to Toast POS and probably many other POS companies as well, not just Toast. Toast just did an amazing job of
navigating the issues,
facilitating, and asking for feedback that they didn't have to ask for.
Right.
So, I'm a huge fan. They did a phenomenal job.
And honestly, they're so good at communicating and letting you know, hey, we got to. I mean, I usually don't even know we have an issue. I get the alert first.
Yep.
And then we're like, okay, yep, we do have that issue.
right. Yeah. We get notified that there's an issue and then go, oh, well, let's see if we can
But that's actually really good.
That's
like
really
if you're
good.
still operating well enough that you don't realize there's an issue until you're told of it. I mean, that speaks to them and how they're communicating and operating. So well done on them. So
They do a really good job.
Yeah.
They do a really good job. So support is amazing. So glad to be using them. Glad to have them as partners. So.
Well, a little summary of me. Ben Claybaker, born in Texas, raised mostly in Arkansas. my first job at 14, actually it's my second job. My first one, I think I painted a couple of houses and churches for a guy. And then my first real paycheck job was at 14 at Backyard Barbecue in Magnolia, Arkansas. And I was a low man on the totem pole. Got to clean the pits, and while the college girls got to run up in the front and take orders, and I was the one getting to clean the pits. We were talking earlier. Avid, the owner, the husband was an avid duck hunter, and so duck season, he'd bring the ducks, and I'd have to do all the cleaning. So I got to learn how to clean ducks and do some barbecue.
Did you at least get to enjoy the fruit of the labor?
No, I didn't.
Oh, come on. That's jeez.
But I can do it, blindfolded now.
Yeah, sure. I bet you can.
That's good.
I bet you can. I think there's something to be said for anybody to go through that issue. So I told you pre-show, we killed, me and my son both killed our first deer last December.
Oh, yeah.
And I know a processor, and I was like, I'm not taking it to him. Like, I want to go through the full experience, right? And I was telling him about it, and I cleaned my deer. I butchered it, did the whole 9 yards, hung it in my mom's garage. Yeah, it was great.
On your first one?
On the first one.
That's
and
impressive.
I will never, ever do it again. I will pay that $150 every single time. But I think it was like to know what it meant, what went into it. And same thing, like, I mean, now you said you can clean them, in your sleep. It
100%.
just is. There's an appreciation for the art and for what goes into that, and the provision of food and what nature does. It's an impressive element.
I think I follow a couple of people on Facebook, some pages on processing, but I think it's just a bigger idea that I probably won't get into. I think I'm going to trust the processors and just pay the money and be happy that I killed one that year.
That's it. That's where I'm 100% at now. I've got my one out of the way. I did all I wanted to do with it, and so now I will pay the processor and just pick it up prepackaged and frozen.
I use a guy here in town in Murfreesboro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Odom.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Y'all know him?
Yeah.
Great guy. Yeah. We actually shoot archery together.
Okay.
So grew up in Arkansas and went to college in Central Arkansas at UCA, and then waited tables, did catering, did all the way through high school and college, and even after a little bit. Just loved the hospitality, loved meeting new people every day at the tables you served, and just fell in love with the restaurant industry at that point. Went to school, got my finance degree, and then actually ended up working for a congressman. So got into politics a little bit. Went to D.C. right out of college, and worked for him for a few years. And then from there, I went to Austin, Texas. Worked for Lieutenant Governor down there, and then was there for about 3 years, and then ended up going back to D.C. Worked for George W. Bush on his reelection. So I went there in 2004, and then met my wife on the campaign. I think our first date was actually the inaugural ball.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's a story.
Wow.
Well, I mean, it is, but if that's your first date, where do you go for your second?
Right, that's true too. Like, there's a big downfall there.
It's like, that was great. And,
now what are we going to do now?
Yeah.
Walk by the pond.
Yeah. So what was date 2?
gosh, that's a good question. I should know that, but I don't.
Ruby Tuesdays?
Yeah, right. Actually, I think we went bowling maybe a couple of weeks before that, and she lost the bet, and it was whoever lost had to cook dinner. So she had to cook dinner.
There you go.
So I think that was the second date.
Well played, sir.
It
There you
was
go,
well played. And
yeah.
I was not going to let her win.
Yeah.
No way.
I don't blame you.
No, I can't. Even today, I don't let my kids win.
I was always that guy.
Yeah.
Like, and my son, like, he's getting of age where, like, he could start holding his own with me, and I'm like, man, or I'm declining. I don't know which. It's all happening at the same time. But those high school years,
So a few weeks ago, we went to Panama City for vacation.
Oh yeah.
My wife and kids have they go play putt all the time, and it's kind of their thing, and they love doing it, the whole 9 yards. And I've played golf a little bit in my lifetime, once or twice.
Was he really good?
So,
yeah,
Okay.
He went to college on a scholarship playing golf.
So we we get to Panama City, and one of my children says, "Hey, let's go play putt-putt." And my wife, being my wife, says, "Oh, great idea. Let's go do that." So we find a place. Again, I don't go. I've only gone maybe once or twice, and it's typically while we're on vacation. We go play. We get done, and my middle child literally shot twice what I did. And I told him, I said, "You didn't think I was going to let you win." He was like, "No, but you could have at least made it closer."
Nope.
Nope. Sorry,
son.
Nope, it's not going to happen.
That's not how this works.
And honestly, it makes it more. It's more sweet for them when they actually do.
When he gets to the point that he can win, then great, and it'll be amazing. But no, not today.
He'll have to celebrate it real big.
Yeah.
Well, so in DC, ended up getting married. I actually got married in Nashville, but we still lived in DC. Her parents lived in Franklin.
Okay.
We lived there for about 2 years and started talking about kids. And I was like, I don't really want to raise kids in the concrete jungle. And I want to get back to the South. And her parents lived in Franklin. Mine are still in Arkansas. And we just we prayed about it. And we were like, where should we, raise our family? And Nashville just seemed perfect. That we just had a peace about it. So we actually moved to Nashville in 2006, and then I got out of politics altogether. I'm still doing a detox. 20 years later.
It's hard to walk away from sometimes.
I can imagine so.
Yeah, started working in real estate. So that was a passion of mine. In college, always had an interest in it. So I started doing real estate, commercial real estate. 2010, started a company. 2008, actually bought my first commercial property. 2010, started a company and with a friend of mine. And then 2016, I sold my interest to him and still work there. And so I just a broker. So I got out of the management, and it was the best decision of my life. It was great. I consider myself kind of a serial entrepreneur. We've owned a executive office suite where you rent offices, and we had memberships and all that. Owned that for a while. Started and sold it. Actually bought into a car lot. Don't do that ever.
Today's word of advice.
Owned that for 2 years. Lost money for a year and a half, and finally started breaking even. I remember about third month of breaking even, I turned to my wife and I was like, "I'm going to close this thing." She goes, "Thank God." So we closed it. It's just so stressful. And I love cars. I love cars.
Yeah.
And I just told her, I was like, "Man, let me just go make money and buy my own car."
Right. Yeah.
Not worry about selling them anymore.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
In fact, I think this show probably saved me about 10 grand because on the way here, I had to pass through Smyrna, and there was a car for sale. I'm in the market for like a C10 old pickup Chevy truck.
Yes.
Yeah. And I've been
72
looking.
short bed 350.
Oh yeah.
I know what I want.
I might do the LS swap.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
That's 100% fine. I just want to be black.
Yeah.
Silver Mickey Thompson wheels. Like
Okay.
I know exactly.
You know what you want. I love it.
Say less. I'm all over it.
But I was like, I'm going to stop. Like, no, I don't have time. So you saved me some money today.
Outstanding.
My wife appreciates it, I'm sure.
There you go.
It yet,
She don't even know it yet. She's already excited about it.
I'll send you a text on where to send a Christmas gift.
Right.
That's
real.
great. That's outstanding.
Yeah, so got into that, and then started HoneyFire with a friend of mine in 2018. 2019 is our first full year. It was awesome. 2019. I think anybody probably could have started a restaurant. It was just so good. The labor was low, inventory was low, and demand was high, and it was fantastic. It was a good run.
The cost of chicken was reasonable.
Yeah, brisket was actually.
Yeah,
We'll talk about it later.
yeah.
And then so we got through COVID, got through a few other things. Labor started going up, so getting crazy, and my partner, he wanted to do his thing, and I definitely had dreams. I'm a growth guy, love just building things.
Yeah.
And so, matter of fact, during COVID, I kind of went to him and was like, man, we need to expand. We need to, like, everyone else is kind of shrinking. We need to go kind of bullish on this thing. I think I might have scared him a little bit, but that's just how I think, is like, if we could have opened up one or two during that little weird time,
yeah,
and everyone else
when things were pennies on the dollar,
yeah, and signed some longer leases, and but I didn't, we didn't do it. We kind of went our own directions. My wife and I run it, have been running it since 21, and it's been great. 23 we opened our second, and then a couple of months ago we signed our lease for our third, and we're already looking at a couple other spaces for maybe 4 and 5. I just love growing things. I love building teams. I mean, my heart is really, I always tell people all the time, like, I'm not really in the barbecue industry. I'm in the people industry, and that's where my heart is. Mentorship, just getting to build things. We joke all the time about how we're building the plane as we're flying it. And we did, and
that's well said.
I mean,
that is well said. Every restaurateur needs to have that over their office door.
Yeah.
Like, don't forget,
it's the truth.
You just don't want to put the wing on while you're flying.
Sure.
The other stuff, there's some nuts and bolts. You
put the wheels on so you can land eventually.
Right.
Yes.
But it's been fun. I've learned a lot. I mean, no amount of college or master's level stuff. I mean, that stuff doesn't even.
If you could look, you got a lot of experience in multiple different avenues, right? So if you could go back through and give our audience one piece of advice that you would say is the best piece of advice that you've either received or learned to date, going back through opening all the businesses you've had, growing, being bullish on what you have. You obviously have a great product, right? You got a great concept. People love it. You were voted best barbecue, 2 years in a row now, or was it just this past year?
We got on the Nashville scene, so it's been 4 years. We've been top 3, and then this year we bumped up to 2.
Nice.
Yeah, Ed Lee's has that spot locked down, man.
Yeah, they do a good job.
They do.
They do a good job.
My wife could not tell you another barbecue restaurant in Nashville, probably. But she knows of Ed Lee's because we went to the one in Chattanooga and she liked their nachos.
Right.
That was the only, but what she doesn't know is I've been on your Instagram page and I'm going to take her to go get your nachos.
There you go.
So she doesn't like the cheese on yours. I'm sorry. So
nobody likes the cheese on mine. It's something we're probably going to change pretty soon. So thanks for pointing it out.
Sorry. I was just telling you what my wife didn't care for. So that's all. So.
At least your wife likes barbecue.
Yeah, right. See?
Mine doesn't like the smoky flavor.
My wife did not eat a whole lot of protein when we met. And I was like, you're going to have to get used to that because that's what I do.
That's right.
And I mean, I don't obviously force feed or anything, but like, hey, try at least everything once. She likes the meaty part of ribs, none of the fat.
Oh yeah.
So we don't do a lot of spare ribs with her. Just that top piece of the baby backs.
Yep,
she loves the.
So you're going to do the pastrami baby backs?
I'm definitely going to do that. 100%.
You've done that?
So we just did a show with Deuce Raymond.
Okay.
From Sweet Baby Ray's, Deuce is Wild, all the things that he has. And he just did a pastrami baby back rib. And it blew my mind. I love pastrami. I love brining the process and the whole thing. Like, it's amazing. But to think about it being on a rib, on a pork rib.
Was it spare?
No, it was a baby back, which just kind of threw me off to another left field. So, but he talked about it and gave us some advice, and we're going to have to do something with it. So, I mean,
when you do it, limited time offer, I'm there.
I'll let you know. Look,
let's take a quick break before we go and switch gears here. Get a word from our sponsor, and we'll be right back.
We had another minute.
And no, we didn't. You're at 19, friend.
Because we started at
55. That's right. I told you 16 was
and
going to be hard for you.
Count to 16.
This thing
Add 4.
does a weird thing. Look at that.
Look,
You have,
see?
you have to talk it. You have to like shake it.
You can edit all this out, right, Trent? This is all part of the break. Welcome back, guys. I'm going to bring us in. Before we were talking about pastrami and ribs, and during our break, we did a little bit of math, figured it out. But for me, the pastrami and ribs part, it sounds weird. Like the flavor combo, like, I don't know. I can't wait to try it. Let me preface that. It's just like my mind goes in 2 different spots.
Are you going to do it or am I doing it?
One of us. The next thing I'm brining, I've got a whole chicken that I'm needing to play around with. Yeah. It crossed my mind. Like, how weird can it get?
Might as well.
Anyway.
So one of the things I ask people that are fellow barbecue folks is we've smoked some pretty crazy things. If you ever get a hankering for smoked kiwi, don't.
We've done a watermelon.
Really, I wanted to do a watermelon.
I mean, it's gimmicky.
Gotcha. We've done, pineapple's delicious.
Have either one of y'all done peaches?
Peaches?
Yeah.
It'd be good.
I've seen it done. It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing with those peaches.
You got jarred peaches.
The pineapple, though,
It's not peach season.
you put your rub on the pineapple, I'm telling you, it's top
amazing.
notch.
It's
Yeah.
really, really
Ooh,
good.
top
Yeah.
notch.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
didn't think about putting the rub on it.
We've done ice cream. Ice cream's really good. There's different. You can graham cracker and chocolate and caramel. Tastes like a s'more. It's really, really good.
Are you refreezing it? Like, I don't even.
Yeah. So it's. I was in the last show. I was telling them you have to take the ice cream, get it really, really cold, beyond frozen.
Yeah.
Then you have to put it in an ice bath, in a 1-inch hotel pan. Put that in an ice bath, freeze that, then take that. And put
It's
it
labor
on.
of love.
It's a process,
Yeah.
but then you take that and you put that on the smoker at like 100 degrees.
Okay.
But you're only going to smoke it for like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Because the cream in the ice cream just sucks up the smoke.
That's just good.
So you take that, wrap it up in cellophane, put it back in the freezer to freeze it, and then once it's frozen, it's ready to serve. So I put graham crackers and chocolate sauce on it, and it literally tastes like a s'more.
That's good stuff.
But we're in the process of I'm working on another dessert. I woke up, I had a dream, and it was thinking about what I could do with bananas. And I saw somebody deep fry bananas, and I thought, okay, well, if I put bananas and beef fat in a skillet and, pan fry them and beef tallow, okay, what could I do with that? And then
Almost like a Foster.
I thought bananas Foster. So let me throw I got a smoked bourbon. So let me throw that smoked bourbon in there, see what that does. And we put a little brown sugar in there. And that was great. And I put it with ice cream, but then it just kind of turns into a weird milkshake really fast. It's not delicious.
If you started with like a not so ripe banana,
it has to be a really fresh banana. It can't be, it can't be ripe at all. And then it needed some sort of bread or crunch or something to go along with it. So then I did a hoe cake.
Oh yeah.
A really well cooked hoe cake, and that kind of, I'm still in process.
Yeah.
We're getting there. I want an over the top redneck banana pudding is kind of what I'm looking for.
Man, the bread pudding. We did. We just got done with bacon and barrel competition.
Yep.
Won it 3 years in a row.
Nice.
Our team is
Congrats.
fantastic. But was it Ruby Sunshine? Is that the breakfast place over in Franklin?
I think I know. Yeah.
I think it's nationwide, or at least regional. They had a bread pudding, and we always go to the different stations and try their stuff out. And I came back to our little booth. I said, I don't know, man. That's really good.
Yeah.
They end up getting second, and it was delicious. But man,
What'd y'all do?
we did fried rib.
A fried rib.
Fried rib. We did it chicken. I mean, it's just chicken fried, double battered. We worked on it for about a month. We ended up doing, we did a red sauce, our normal original barbecue sauce, and then we did a Alabama white.
What kind? Baby back ribs.
Yeah, that's all we do is a baby back.
When you do that a deep fried rib like that, are you cooking the rib all the way through and cooling it down, or is it
cold ribs? So we already cooked it. We cut them up.
Yeah.
And then we do it just like a chicken fried steak.
Gotcha.
Was,
I've had some deep fried ribs at a couple of different places, and I wasn't a huge fan because they were really, really dry.
Oh yeah.
And there wasn't like it's almost like they overcooked the rib.
Yeah.
Or they may have cooked them and just not cooled them down.
Yeah. So they
just kept cooking.
We played around with it, a long time trying to figure this thing out because you have to serve like 500 servings.
Oh wow.
And so in the restaurant we do fried ribs, and it's really when we have leftover ribs, we will do the fried rib as a limited time offer. It usually just lasts through lunch, and then they're sold out.
Yeah.
I'm going to interrupt.
Yeah.
I jumped on your Instagram to find a picture of your fried ribs. Holy cow. Like, I cannot wait.
Pretty tasty looking.
It's probably a little distance from here, but that just, my word.
So the year before we won Bacon and Barrel, and we did it with, we called them pig wings, but it really is just a shank of the pig.
Yep.
And that was a little harder because I don't think it's really as good as rib meat, but it tastes like rib meat.
Okay.
Yep.
And so we did basically just smoked pig wings and had a logo for it and everything. It was cool. I mean, it won. I think it really got people's attention because it was different.
Well, that fried rib would be different. Like if I walked in somewhere and saw that, I'd be like, I want to give it a try.
Yeah.
So
look, that's why the first restaurant I ever went to that had them. That's why I got them. Okay. I was like, a deep fried rib?
Right.
I got to try that.
So I think the dryness, what I found is if you fry them and then you try to hold them in a hot box, they dry them out. But we had our food truck at the competition, and we were literally just dropping them and bringing them in, and they, as soon as we put them on the table, they were gone. So I think that when you fry them, it rehydrates that. It shouldn't be dry unless they were overcooked in the beginning, which,
it's possible.
Yeah, and backyard smoking, a lot of people like it fall off the bone.
Yep.
And we don't do that.
Which I think is one of the bigger misconceptions from competition versus like everybody, because even restaurants, I fall off the bone ribs, cool. But your competition side is like, well, that's overdone, and so like there's people don't know what that concept is. And I know we've had discussions about it before, but when you go into these competitions and it's all about the one bite and you got 38 flavor profiles and it's all built and layered and this and that, and you're having to bite it off the bone, like, that's not what I want. Just give me a rub, give me a sauce, let the bone fall out and wear it out, man. Like that's just
well, in restaurant cooking is so much different.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it is so different than even your cul-de-sac hero.
Yeah.
And then competition's on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
I've never done the big circuit. I've done backyard circuits, fair. We've done a few of the local fair stuff. We've won quite a bit. Well, I say that we've won a lot in ribs and we've won a lot in wings, but I've never won brisket, which in our restaurant that's my gold, what they call it, gold standard. When people come in, I want them to go,
I want you to eat the brisket.
Yeah. Well, not now because it's $6.95 a pound.
Yeah. Don't eat the brisket right now.
Right. No,
give it another year.
Is that? I heard beef prices are up currently at this last week or so, or has this been something that's building?
It's been a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I started to see an increase. I don't know where you get yours, but we use U.S. Foods, and they started increasing about 6 or 7 weeks ago.
Golly.
We were using a whole nother producer, and I don't remember how they know this or who told us, but they were like, hey, they're about to go sky high. And so we kind of started looking around, and we went to another producer, and sure enough, now everybody's sky high, but that program that we were on it's like $1 more. We went when I took over the whole operation, ended up going Prime. Spending time in Texas, man, I'm like, Prime's where it's at, and I gotta do it.
It's a totally different product.
It is.
It's not even about, for me, it's not even about the quality of the meat. It's the flavor and texture is just totally different than a choice.
And if I'm at the house and you give me a choice and I have time to baby it, absolutely, I can make it, and you might even think it's Wagyu, you know, but at the restaurant, you know, like we were saying, it's totally so different.
I put it to the point of this is, if me or you are cooking a brisket, like you said, and it's at home, right, or even at the restaurant, if I'm cooking 20 briskets at the restaurant, if I'm cooking them versus one of my guys cooking them, it's different because I have 30 years more experience in cooking that brisket, and the prime, the difference in my brisket and their brisket when it's prime is much smaller than if I'm going to cook it.
It helps you out with your consistency.
Yeah.
You're taking out a lot of different variables.
Yeah.
But it's the prices though have just
it's crazy.
Brisket's really, really high. I mean, literally $7 a pound. And
I have a vendor. It's over $8.
Yeah. And then you can't make money because when you're talking about even pre-trimmed brisket, you're still cutting 3 pounds off.
Right.
And then
there's $24 just right out the window, and then before you sold anything.
Then you're talking about maybe you get 55% yield, maybe I don't think 60, but we're doing 14 to 16 hours, so you're talking that's a lot of lost weight, and so we're let's just say 55% yield on it. I mean, you're talking $20 a pound brisket just for our cost.
No, what? We're wading off into the weeds a little bit here, but the non-restaurateur like me who walks in and my favorite local joint, they brought out new menus 3 months ago, which we all know what the new menus means. Right. And then they get hit with this. How do y'all, because y'all's margins are already razor thin. Yeah. How do y'all offset that in such a way that, because you can't just automatically go, I say you can't. You don't want to automatically go with prices right immediately. But
we've in I don't even know what year we are. Is that 7? We've raised twice.
Yeah.
So for the brisket, I don't know your strategy. Mine is just we're going to hold tight and we're going to lose money on it. But I want to make sure the quality stays there. Like when we've discussed for about 2 seconds and I shut it down. But hey, do we need to go back to choice? Like no.
Yeah, no,
because how many times have you been to those restaurants where either they went public and they went corporate? Matter of fact, there's one right here. Because in Austin they were fantastic. I won't mention the name, but
we know who you're talking about.
Yeah, but they went public and literally the quality just started going down.
Yeah.
And
I remember right after COVID, with the cases of chicken, a lot of folks for wings were just trying to stay in business and keep their numbers, so they bought that second grade. Yep. And then it's just like, and I knew a couple of guys like, look, I'm not hating, but this ain't the same. I don't know what to do.
Look, I could almost understand a little bit back then.
Sure. There was a lot more uncertainty then.
When you're talking about a global pandemic and nobody knew what was going to happen from day to day, right? So I can understand.
And BM's out here wanting to open more units.
I can understand. But look, there was some crazy thoughts.
Sure.
And his thought was,
opened a store.
Hindsight 2020. His thought was spot on, and would have been perfect.
Right.
But in today's world, the economy is cyclical. It's going to come back around.
Sure.
Right. So it's, do you have the wherewithal to do what he did and make that statement of, I'm not going to sacrifice my quality because of $1, right? It's the adage of what's more important, your bottom line or your people. Yeah. Well, if your people aren't the most important, then you're not going to have a bottom line.
Yeah.
Right. So if your quality of product isn't the most important, you're not going to have a product.
Because there's plenty of places to cut costs, and
very much so,
and even cut corners, and some of them just aren't worth it.
Sure.
I mean, I remember our first year in. I remember going to the kitchen and looking up, and there was imitation honey, and I'm going, "What the heck? You got honey in your name?"
Yeah, you can't do that thing. Sorry.
Like and so but honey was expensive.
It is.
But I was like, no, we can't do it. And literally, gosh, how many years ago? I got a beekeeper out in Gallatin, and I buy those big drums of honey now. And that saves my price, and the honey lasts quite a bit. But
yeah, it's got great shelf life.
Yeah, and we also do a habanero infused honey, kind of like a Mike's Hot Honey, but we do habanero, and I use that, and so we use it daily, and so eventually that I have to buy another drum, but I've had it for a year. So
how much does a technology partner, like you said, y'all use Toast like all throughout? I know you use it predominantly. I don't know everything, but when you're deciding to cut those costs somewhere, does having something like that help out that tremendously? Or is it just something that it's helping you watch it already so you know right where you are? Or is it a combination of both? Or it's kind of a vague question, but
no, I get it. I'm a data nerd.
Okay.
I love numbers because numbers just don't lie.
Yeah.
And for so long, and listen, I've done businesses wrong before, and as long as you're learning from them, there's a John Maxwell book called Failing Forward.
Okay.
And I feel like if you're just failing forward and you learn from it, it's good. But numbers, I've managed without them, and you're managing from a knee-jerk reaction. It's a feel like, oh, people don't like this. Like we had a menu item that I just couldn't stand, and so I was like, man, let's take that off, and I won't tell you what it is. And I said, and I was like, people aren't buying this because every time I'm at the point of sale, no one was buying it. Well, it's very random, and we looked at the data. I'm like, oh, they are buying this. This is crazy.
So you kept that.
We kept it. But to answer your question, so I use Extra Chef. Toast bought Extra Chef. It's incorporated. It syncs up.
Gotcha.
I get my vendors invoices go through. I mean, there's a lot of prep that you have to do to get on a system like that. I think it took us probably 4 months, and we have a really smart team that can do it. But we did it. All the managers got together and we just put the work in. But now I can tell you today on all the invoices that I just did, I can tell you that exactly what I have in my pork sandwich. And
wow.
I can tell you that, on this menu item, possibly losing money. And that's everything from the tray liner to the 6 ounce side cup to everything, based on that invoice. So it's not 6 months ago. It's that
it's
day.
live.
Yeah.
The technology helps you where I don't use Extra Chef. Great tool. I just don't personally use it. But I'm also in my restaurant. I'm handling everything day to day. I'm still doing the truck orders.
You got the data.
It's a little bit.
It's more,
the data's more in my brain and in between my ears
100%.
than it is on the computer. The difference is he can pull his phone up or pull his laptop up and log in, and he can get down to the penny in a matter of seconds. I have to go do some manual calculation to figure it all out. Right. I have the data, you gotta
call the restaurant. Hey, how many brisket
like
did you throw
I
on
know
today?
exactly, I know exactly what I paid for pork butt this morning.
Right.
I got the invoice. I went through it, read it all. I know what that number is. But to be able to take that, what yield I'm getting, how much we're putting on the pork sandwich, how much the bun cost, how much the paper cost, how much the ramekin, the fries, all that combined would take me a few minutes to do the calculation.
Right.
So it's the technology helps you do things faster. A good friend of mine, Troy Hooper, said it best in a panel that we were talking about AI last week at the Create conference. And he simply put that technology has to enable us to do something better.
Yeah.
And the moment that technology takes over, whether it's technology, AI, whatever you want to call it, and it's pulling out hospitality and replacing it with bots or mechanical whatever,
Right.
then we lose what the industry is. Yeah. And the great thing about people like Toast is they are not trying to replace, they're trying to aid in. So where Extra Chef will help him get an answer to a question that may take me 10 minutes to figure out, that's 10 minutes that he gets back to spend on his business or be with his guest or his employees, team, managers, whoever, that's going to better his business and grow faster.
Right.
And back to the numbers thing, man, we did a whole menu analysis on it too. And that's just me being like that nerd geek that I am. The numbers geek. I mean, I'm literally going through and I realized like some of the things you think, oh, that's a cheap item. Man, you plug it in, it's like mac and cheese isn't that cheap, And then you look at, I think right now my Parmesan green beans, we use our I'm telling all the secrets now. We use the brisket trimmings. So instead of it being waste, we smoke it and then we put them back in the green beans. And I'm telling you, because it has that pepper on it already.
Yeah.
I mean, the flavor just went out the roof when we did that.
It's because I never thought about putting brisket in green beans.
You get a lot of people putting bacon and things like that.
Yeah.
And so I love brisket. That's my favorite. And so we just, and I saw the waste going out and I'm like, let's put that back in.
Yeah, we put it in our smoked beans.
Oh, yeah. Like that.
So it's in our version of baked beans.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's good. You got a mac or beans for us?
I
Speaking
do.
of mac and beans.
Speaking of mac and beans. So you go to someone else's barbecue restaurant, not your own. Are you going to get the barbecue baked beans, or are you going to go get the mac and cheese?
So whenever I go, I literally get the big sampler and I get extra sides. My friends, especially the guys in the commercial real estate office, they love going with me because they know I'm about to buy every 2 or 3 appetizers. So I just like trying it all.
It's a cheating answer, but I'm 100% in for it because
it's true.
We had an opportunity last week with some of the guys that were in town for Create, and I got to meet a bunch of them for the first time, and Charlie started bringing stuff out, and I was like, oh, we sampling all of it. And there was stuff I hadn't had from his yet, and I was like, get one of those. So I enjoyed it. But going back to kind of what we were talking about pre-show, and comparing that to some stuff you said during the show, you said you're kind of just a serial entrepreneur guy. You love growing people, seeing that.
Oh, yeah.
But you obviously have got something from that Texas heritage or something that still says, I like to be out in nature and I'm hunting. Oh, yeah. So given a free day, are you going, I hate to say you're going to go to work, but you going to build something from the entrepreneurial side, or are you going to take a day and go hunting?
Man, I have so many hobbies.
Okay. He's going to buy a car.
That's what I say. He's going to go to Smyrna and go buy that truck he was looking at.
No, I actually I did a business coach a long time ago, and one of the things he said, usually people that have as many businesses as you've done, like I had to teach them how to leisure. He goes, well, I don't have to do with you. I'm like, I know. Tell my wife that. She's always like, I don't sit on the couch. I can't do that. If I sit on the couch and just veg out, like I feel like I had to be outside for sure. So like, but I normally I have a really good life balance on work and
good for you
and family. I don't know really where I got it, but I love my kids. We're in a cool period of their age right now. And
how old are your kids?
16, about to be 13 and 11. So my boy's 16 and my 2 girls 13, 11.
I've got, my oldest is my son, and he's 21 and he's engaged, and so that there's a whole coolness that goes with that.
Yeah.
My oldest daughter's 19 and she's really close to his fiance, so there's these that they come and go, and they all do. And then there's my 12-year-old who school never stops. She's in theater, she's in choir, she's in all this stuff. And then my 17-year-old's driving, and I'm like, I'm at a place in life where I don't know what to happen. So
that is cool.
But it is cool, and it creates a lot of opportunities, that you wouldn't necessarily have taken them for granted, but you're very aware of them. And so, like I told you, my son was shooting his bow now.
Oh yeah.
well, he's like, do it. And so I went out there with him. I'm not as good as he is. I didn't miss the target, but I'm not as good as he is. But it was fun, just those few minutes of being able to take that in, kind of hear him talk about his day, and all because we were just shooting a bow.
Yeah.
And now I can't get him to stop. And I'm like, hey, you've got other responsibilities. Like, please, I know you got off work 30 minutes ago and you're already shooting, but like, can we do something else here? Right. So,
no, I from the very beginning, man, I have, I've never taken that stuff for granted. In fact, I start tearing up when I think about my son. He's 11th grade. I got a year and a half left with, maybe a little bit longer. Of him being in at the house, and that, once it's gone, I mean, it's a different, like you're experiencing now. But for me, it's like you start thinking about that stuff, and you're like, man, time is precious, and I want to get it. Yeah. So my son's we don't have a lot in common. He's an avid reader. I can't stand reading. I finished a lot of books, and I actually say that because I listen to a lot of books on audio. So always kind of go, can I say that I read them? No, I can't. So I always say, yeah, I finished that book.
You consumed them. That's what I did.
Yeah.
So.
And he can literally read a novel like this. Now he's all fiction, and I'm all nonfiction, but like in one day.
Wow.
And but one thing we have in common, he loves cars, and so we'll hit all these car shows. I bet we went. There was one, the Hot Rodding National. Then they had, I think, 2 weeks later, had the C10 Nationals at the Speedway.
Speedway out there, yeah.
So we went to the one before that. We spent 5 hours.
That's awesome.
And just and I would have spent another 5, but I think the mom was calling saying, "Hey, dinner's ready." But
that trip, I drove down 840 that day.
Oh,
and seeing some of those C10s coming down the road, I was like, because I admire them from a distance. You love seeing them parked, but when you see them moving down the road, that's a whole different. I don't care what car, motorcycle. I know what you're
down the window and I can listen to it.
I love it. Yeah. And my wife's like, "Why?" I don't care. I've heard this engine 45 times, and I'm going to hear 46 right now, and roll the window down, like, because I'm going to do it. It sounds so good.
My oldest is 19.
Oh wow.
He went to UTC his freshman year, and just recently moved back to Nashville.
Okay.
And now he's working at the restaurant.
Nice.
Which is wonderful. I get to see him way more than I probably ever have, especially since he's been able to drive. But we both ride bikes, motorcycles.
Yeah.
And that has been our thing.
Cruiser, street bikes.
Street bikes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm getting to the point to where there's a Harley that's kind of got my attention.
Prices are good on them now,
but
is
way
the
better
wife
than it
aware
used to
that
be.
this Harley has your attention?
Hey.
now.
When this airs, she will be. No, she is 100% aware. When we were in Florida, I found what I was looking for, and she
the
was
song in your head.
She was in
YouTube.
she was in the middle of telling me the news that she was going to get a new car soon.
Oh.
And I said, well, great. Well, I want to get this Harley. And she was like, you give me the car, you can have the Harley.
Oh, nice.
And I was
bargaining
like,
chip. There you
no
go.
problem. Deal. So.
And then brisket got expensive. No.
Right. My Harley dreams are going away.
But wings have gone down.
Okay.
Wings have gone down.
There's an ebb and flow there. Oh, good.
They are. So things are looking up, but I've ridden sport bikes my whole life.
Yeah.
I tried going to tracks and doing stuff like that. That did not fare well for my body. Yeah. I broke a knee and an ankle in one day, and that was the last time I was on a track.
Yeah,
so
my son and I did BMX bicycle racing for a while, because we have one of the oldest tracks here in Nashville. We did that, and then when he got to a certain level, you either have to put in the work to get to win races, or you kind of like fizzle, and so then we end up selling all our bikes, and then we bought dirt bikes.
Nice.
So we have that, but I think we're kind of done with the two wheels. I think we're done. We move into
dirt
there
bikes.
Comes the point of maturity where that's all right.
Yeah.
Dirt bikes, I tell everybody all the time. Dirt bikes, 4-wheelers, 3-wheelers, all that stuff. That is far more dangerous than a street bike to me. because there's no car. So I
And
can
there's
go
trees and-
I can go as fast as I
Right.
want to go. But in my brain, my personal brain, like I've hurt myself more on four-wheelers and dirt bikes than I ever have on a motorcycle on the street. Just because on the street I ride differently. I drive the same way. I'm very defensive. I'm very conservative. I don't do anything crazy.
When I get on a cruiser, man, it especially in Nashville, because I come from a super small town. I mean, it was 11,000 people.
Oh wow!
And
that
you could
just
ride
sounds-
bikes anywhere. I mean, I was riding 2 miles to school on a bicycle, and it's no big deal. Here, I'm not doing that in Nashville.
You would never dream of doing that. No.
No, we had off campus in high school, junior high and high school. We had off campus, so at lunch we would all leave the campus and go to the restaurants and then come back. Wow. That's how small town it was. But anyway, the motorcycles, man, there's just a respect when I get on that. Like I'm not doing something stupid. I'm super cautious. I don't speed that much.
The way I ride has definitely changed a lot since I was in my 20s.
Oh, man.
Yeah. My dad still rides. He's 73. He might be a little bit older than that, but he still gets on his Harley.
I love being there's something about a 75-degree day, and the weather's beautiful, and not a cloud in the sky, and being in the country and just enjoying,
feeling the fresh air.
Yeah,
That's it.
Let's take a quick break and we'll come back and we'll talk about all the locations you have.
Let's do it.
Welcome back, guys. I'm your man, Charlie Eblin, with our illustrious co-host, Mr. Derry Wells. We are sitting here with our man, Ben, from HoneyFire BBQ. He's got the original location in what's so funny?
My mom would appreciate your emphasis on the H for HoneyFire. Like my mom is heavy on emphasis, and she is not a fan of Family Guy in any way, shape, or form. But that one where he does the H in Cool Whip, it's the only scene from Family Guy she knows. But we make a big deal out of it that's awesome. It made me giggle because mom would appreciate it.
So I'm gonna be saying like that.
That's it. Yeah. HoneyFire.
HoneyFire. I love it.
If we do that on our next Instagram post and say it, then I'm gonna tag you on the bottom.
Please do. Please do.
Go.
I'll share it. I'll share it. You have your original location in Bellevue, and then you sparked a deal with Assembly Food Hall. You have a location inside Assembly, which is an epic location, by the way. I was down there last week. My friends didn't want barbecue, so we couldn't go to eat barbecue. Yep. I did suggest it.
You need better friends. No,
it was funny when I was sending the group text, because one's from Pittsburgh and one's from California.
That's fair.
And when I sent the text, hey, where do y'all want to go eat? And they said, it's not my town. Send us some suggestions. So I put specifically the Assembly Food Hall HoneyFire because I knew they were staying downtown. And then our friend over at Peg Leg, Mr. Kerry Bringle's place. I got to throw Pat Martin in there because he's just a good old boy. And then Shotgun Willie's. Was going to see Bill. And then there was one non-barbecue restaurant that I sent them.
And that's
what they all picked?
No, they didn't even pick. They didn't pick any of those.
You got more suggestions?
We got on Yelp and
that's it.
Yeah, we went to 60 Vines.
Oh yeah,
upstairs.
Front burner.
And super nice place, very open, huge, massive amounts of traffic. I mean, it was an incredible. If you've never been to 60 Vines, go check them out. That place is wow. It's crazy.
Same owners own Assembly Food Hall.
Yeah. It's they spent some money.
Yeah.
They spent some money. So you got those two. Assembly you've had for 2 years?
Since 23. We worked on it for about a year. and they sold out. They sold all their stalls, and I reached out because honestly, when they first came to us, I mean, I'm not afraid to say I was wrong. I was like, I don't want to be in a food court, Yeah. And then when they opened, I was like, man, I missed that one. And so, but timing's everything. It was great. So I went to them in 22, maybe closer to the end of 21, and said, man, I any opportunity in here, and they didn't have anything, and I just kept in touch with them. Every other month, I would just reach out.
Yeah.
And, most of the decision makers are in Frisco, I think, in Texas, and they came out. The next time they came out, I rolled out the red carpet at Bellevue and just got to know them. And then as soon as they had an opportunity, I didn't hesitate. We demoed the whole stall and rebuilt it because I was like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right.
Do it right, yeah.
For that little space, it's 300 square feet, and I think we spent $270,000.
Wow.
Now that was a package of the equipment package and everything, but
right.
But I was like, we're gonna do this right, and we did. I mean, the signs up top, because that's the biggest thing. It's so busy in there.
Yeah.
You got to get people's attention.
Sure.
You're not gonna do like in the mall, like, hey, you want to try the samples,
Right.
like they do in the Cool Springs Mall over here. And so I was like, let's do it with signage. So I got it's 2 outdoor signs on that stall.
Wow.
And they're how expensive those things are.
I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we're happy with it. I mean, we're the second highest grocer there.
It's awesome.
Princess Hot Chicken, man, they do so much business over there. Pharmacies there, they do great business. But yeah, it's been a blessing for us. It's a whole different animal than just a restaurant. I mean, with the way there's no storage, and so whatever we get in the morning off a truck, we cook it, and then we sell it. And so we have a full kitchen in the back, and so if we have leftovers, that's not really good. So our pars have to be just spot on, and so we're daily looking at what we need to sell. We're looking at the Ryman auditorium on their schedule, the Bridgestone. We're doing we're going through the whole downtown because one concert can
change the whole game,
change the whole thing.
Yeah.
Or it's eerie when there's nothing going on. There's nothing going on.
Yeah.
I've only seen that once or twice in Nashville.
Doesn't happen much,
but it's an awkward feeling.
Yeah.
Because you've got all these recollections of either events you've been to or you're driving through and sitting in traffic or whatever, and then all of a sudden there's nothing, and it doesn't seem right. Like it's got an apocalyptic kind of vibes to it. Like I don't know about this.
Well, one of the coolest things that I've noticed on that, and it's such a cool business model and understanding it. And I mean, I got a master's degree just by opening that thing up.
I'm sure.
The crazy thing, you think like a Preds game or a major concert, the highest grossing nights that we have is usually when there's a kids concert.
I believe that,
or a family oriented, because some of the guys that are going to 9 Inch Nails, they're going to go down and they can go to Rippy's or they can go to whatever. But the family, so Forrest Frank had a concert. I don't know if you know that artist. So he had a concert, and I took our kids. Of course, we went to Assembly Food Hall, but so did every other family because that's the only place they could go. And it's across the street. That was probably the highest grossing night of the whole Assembly Food Hall. And I told their marketing team, like, y'all need to pay attention to that, because we're upstairs they have that venue. I think it's 1,500 people that can go to the Sky Deck. I'm like, y'all need to kind of pay attention to that was a high grossing night on a family oriented concert across the street.
Yeah, because like the events I've been to downtown in the past year. Yeah, I found the little local dive bar. And I can go in, I can hear some opening act, whatever. I can have 2 or 3 drinks and then go to Bridgestone. Like I'm not going to think about going there. But if you got family, that would just,
it's about the only place
they need to pitch that to Bridgestone. Like, give us one a month or something. Hey, let's make something.
So now you're working on a 3rd location.
So Brentwood, yeah. So I live in Brentwood. That's my hometown. Been there, and they. I've just been looking for the right. It's a weird community. Restaurants don't necessarily do well there. There's 45,000 people drive in every day to work there, but that also probably 20 or 30 going out of Brentwood to work. So it's a weird dynamic, and you really have to crush it at lunch. And then if you can pull a good dinner crowd, then you're going to do well. And so we've just been waiting, and unfortunately, had another restaurant close, and so we were approached actually by the landlord to would y'all be interested in it, and we said absolutely, because it's a little bit bigger. It's 5,000 square feet. We're used to 3,500, well, and 300 downtown. So this is 5,000, a little bit bigger. We're going to do a little bit slightly different thing. Has a private dining room. We're going to try to activate pretty well, and it's got a big bar, huge bar. We're going to double down on the bourbon. We're in Brentwood. Our Bellevue. We have about 200 whiskey bourbons, and in Brentwood, it's got a big community. Franklin has a big bourbon community. Brentwood does. We'll probably have around 400.
Wow.
It's going to be the whole wall. As soon as you walk in, you're just going to see brown liquor. So it's been kind of crazy. Trying to build out a bar program. I haven't touched a drink in 10 years, and so people are like, is that good? Like, yeah, it sells. I don't know.
It sells. It's fun.
Yeah. So
that's
outstanding.
So we're looking forward to it. I think it's going to be around end of January.
Well, keep us updated.
Yeah.
Let us know when we get closer for sure. Let me know. We'll definitely help support you in any way we can.
Y'all be on the friends and family list.
We'll be there and with bells on for sure. So if people are trying to find you, get a hold of you, catering, social, all the thing, how can they get a hold of HoneyFire?
Social media, it's at HoneyFire BBQ. Email is info@honeyfire.com. Catering is catering@honeyfire.com. Yeah, pretty easy.
I love it. Open 7 days a week?
7 days a week.
Outstanding.
If you're a hat guy like I am, they got some great hats. Like I've already perused the merch,
and they have some pretty fire food too.
Yeah.
We got a couple new hats coming.
Okay. See, yeah. I'll have to make a trip in.
Yeah. So I need to make a trip up there anyway.
For sure. For sure.
We'll roll the red carpet out.
I love it. Derry, you got a Friday Feel Good for us?
Always, man. Hey, look, this is from an unknown source, and I'm stealing this one, but tell someone how they inspire you, how you appreciate them, and how they make your life better. It could make all the difference. Just be encouraging to everyone. Find somebody tell them you love them.
It's outstanding.
Yeah.
Awesome. Ben, thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks for having
me. Appreciate it for
great.
sure. Derry's always coming with the bars at the end. I love it. Look, you guys know what to do. If you want to get involved, please feel free to reach out to me. You can call me at 615-307-0120. Send me an email at charlie@singletreebbq.com. And always make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Listen to us on Saturday mornings on ESPN 94.9 The Fan. More news coming on that real soon as well. And until next time, guys, we'll see you then.
That'll be good.